What's up? I'm back for part 3. I googled when LeBron got his first championship, and it was when he was 27. The year was 2012. He was with Heatles, obviously. So he's 26. It's time to go all in. Pull the Joe Lacob experience and be willing to overpay anybody and everybody. So that means, Dampier's getting a full contract. Leonard's getting a full contract. And then we're going to fill out this bench better. But I was pretty sure we got swept by Philly, so I think it'll happen again. They win game 1. We win game 2. Wow. Last time we got swept, I'm pretty damn sure. This time we might even win. So at the end of episode 2, we lost to Philadelphia, so we get a redemption year. Up against Brooklyn, they win game 1, we win game 2. And game 3, are we going to the finals? Nah, maybe not. Game 7, alright. I'm not even going to fuck with the rotation because I don't know if I actually earned it, especially because at the end of part 2, we got swept. So we'll just see if this is a game worthy of watching. We're losing by 20, so we're good. Okay, all's right in the world. Oh, goddamn. They put on 20. And we don't play defense. 48 points in the first quarter. Fourth quarter, 44. But we still almost got to the conference finals. Or we did get conference finals. We almost got to the real finals. 2.7 and 3 blocks. Most complete player in the league. So that's why we got to build around him. This upcoming year, we're going to spend endless amount of money to get there. We got to also invest in veteran minimums. Get a bunch of good players off the bench. And even make some trades, maybe get rid of some role players for first round picks upcoming years to keep our budget low. Because realistically, we got 60 mil going to LeBron. We're going to have to re-sign Dampier for probably 40. Solomon's getting 40 a year. And then Leonard's probably going to get 40 a year. So these 4 guys are going to be our whole salary plus tax apron. So after that, we just got to fill out rookies. Look, everybody's needing re-signing, so we'll see what we can do this offseason. So we have 20th pick and the draft's super weak, so I'm going to see if I can finesse a trade for maybe a high value first round pick or something. So next year's pick, top 3 protected. It's a 2-star, everything else is 1.5, so we're just going to go for that for now, and then skip this draft because the highest option was a C+, 2 C+, and a shitload of Cs. We're re-signing the point guard that we drafted 2 years ago. Hopefully goes up to 87 in player progression. We're extending so we're making our 2 90s restricted free agents. Ace Bailey a higher overall than Cooper Flagg. That's interesting. They both wanting 68 mil, 69 mil. That's crazy. Nice. So we're signing our shooting guard and center, and then once we get them resigned, we're going to go for a shitload of veteran minimums. It just means we got all of our starters, and after that, we're just going to have to figure out, how to fill out the roster with, high 70s, low 80s. So this guy's an undrafted 80 overall player from Georgia. Good defense and whatnot, so I don't think I have much cap space, so I'm going to just end up making sure I get him. So we got a couple minimums here. We just need a point guard to fill it out now. Then we gain Peyton Pritchard. He's probably going to regress a bit down to probably 78, 77, something like that. But that'll get us a 10-man rotation, at least with high 70s. So this is the roster before player progression. Peyton Pritchard's probably going to drop. Rodney, Kimura, probably all going to drop. But we did get a couple studs. Undrafted rookie. Hopefully his potential's kind of high. B, good enough. He will be on the team for 3 years. So we'll be able to use his defense. He even has decent perimeter defense and good rebounding too. So he'll be a good backup center for us. And then from there, we got a bunch of 1-year minimums. So I picked up a couple other minimums. Hopefully we can turn them into picks if we don't need them for the year. We're going all out this year and in the future as well. LeBron drops 1, which is kind of surprising at 26. But got Solomon up 2, Dampier up 2, Leonard up 3, our point guard up 2. And not too much regression from the old guys besides Kimura and Pritchard. So looking pretty good so far. We'll see how we do though. So this is what the minutes are breakdown are. We're playing a 8-man rotation. I might as well make it a 9-man rotation at the start of the year, and if we start struggling, I'll lower it. LeBron still stays 37 minutes a game. These guys are both undrafted rookies, so highest overall bench players are undrafted rookies. That'll be kind of interesting. And then this guy is also undrafted, 76 overall. If he doesn't get much play time, he's pretty good. I like his style, but if he doesn't get play time, we'll trade him into a pick later in the year. Either that or some of these other guys. So this year's a weak draft class anyways. I'm probably going to get rid of Thunder's pick. It'd probably be between, like, I don't know, 8 to 15. I can trade just these players in a second for a pick for next year. It's good pullback because their draft is so weak. A couple C pluses is just not worth it. Then we could trade their 37 pick like 2 years away for this year's pick. So I'm going to do that as well. They can have these picks. So we're just trying to get some young potential for the future, and I think that's the best way. The Chicago team is not that strong. Probably, I mean, they could end up getting somebody, but as of now, this team's kind of weak. They only got 6 wins this season. And this is the last pick. This is the shooting guard I was talking about earlier. Trade him for a 36 pick and our pick. It's really just easy trades for us because they're just veteran minimums, 1-year contracts. Don't really matter. They're rentals. And we still got like 8-man rotation, so we should be solid. So we're finishing the season with 53 wins. LeBron doesn't get MVP. CJ Rosser, how old is he? 6-year pro, 93 overall. Okay. Kind of surprising because I know LeBron's probably got 30 points, 10 and 10. So maybe it's like the voted fatigue. The undrafted rookie ends up getting Rookie of the Year. 28 years old rookie. 19, 5 and 2 coming off the bench. What type of time did he have? He ended up playing 25 minutes a game, so he had pretty good efficiency for 25. His per 36 was pretty high. LeBron did get Defensive Player of the Year. Stats kind of dropped the season. I wonder if it's due to minutes. Yeah, so he got a little bit less minutes. That might be the reason why. Still got Defensive Player of the Year. LeBron's not first team, but he gets second team. So does Eric Dampier, who had 24 points, 10 and 3, 2.5 blocks. Pretty efficient from 3 as well. So we end up being 4th seed with 50-plus wins. So top 4 teams in the East are all good. Pacers win game 1 at our house. We win game 2. Got to take one at their house, which we do. 2-1. 2-2. 3-2. Let's finish them off here. We don't. Okay, so let's tighten up the rotation. All right, so let's simcast this. Hopefully we get out of the first round because that'd be a major bummer if we don't. Start out strong, but they're catching up. Very high-scoring game. Pacers took over in that third quarter with a 63-point third quarter. That's insane. 201 points. What? Pacers were so efficient in that game. 38 threes out of 60 shots. Well over 50% from the field. 29. No wonder they scored 201 points. That's insane, though. It wasn't like we were that inefficient. I mean, 63% from threes, insane, with 60 attempts. No wonder. 18 to 55 is kind of disappointing. What happened here? LeBron was efficient, but our shooting guard wasn't. Man, why are you putting up 34 shots? Maybe we need to get a defending 2 guard, because that's just not right. You shouldn't be getting 2 more minutes a game than LeBron, too. Putting up 18 to 29, 9 to 16. Interesting. Maybe we need a new 2 guard. Very disappointing first round exit. Pacers look strong, though. Yeah, they made it to the finals anyways. Toughest matchup was us. See if Kings beat them, though. Nah, they end up winning everything. Wow. They were definitely, that was their year. Which is a bummer, though, because if we pushed them to 7, we would have been able to win it all, theoretically. Alright, so player progression. I got a bunch of veteran minimum contracts this year. LeBron went back up after going back down. Leonard 2, point guard up 2. So our front 5 is just insane. Leonard still's on the hot seat. That performance was... He shouldn't be shooting as much as LeBron. I want LeBron to be the main scorer for this team. But, I mean, he will supplement. We got Case and Wallace as our 6th man. Got last year's center and then last year's shooting guard. We could make... I mean, they could play point as well. Jalen Williams, Shannon Wagner. Got a bunch of guys here. I may try to trade some of these guys down here at the bottom, veteran minimums for first round picks, but we'll see. Draft might not even be that good. So there's a really good point guard, but we don't really need point guards. Hopefully some other guys become B- out of this group here, because it's either first round pick or bust, it seems like. So let's we're 32-15. Let's see how Bulls are doing first of all. If we actually have a chance at that first round pick. They're 7th, okay, 23 wins. So we don't have a legit chance. So that pick is available. And then let's maybe see if we can lump in some of these other players. Dampier out 2 to 4 weeks. We do have a backup center. We got 2 injuries. Yeah, this guy's hurt as well. Hyperextended shoulder. So our centers are down and out. Let's see if we can trade our old guys that aren't getting playtime first for a first round pick. So this is the trade I found. 3 seconds and Trey for 69 overall, and they're picked from top 3. It's not going to be top 3, so most likely be in the like I don't know, 8 to 16 range. From there, really I just want to see if we can find one more potential first round pick just to scrape up a couple extra assets. So we're trading this year's Chicago pick and next year's our pick for Charlotte's 37 and Magic's 36. If we can get this trade, that'd be big. I'm willing to throw in one more of our picks that are probably going to not be worth anything. Okay, so we got 3. Let's check out all of our picks. So we got Magic, Rockets, Bulls for the next few years, plus Hornets and Pelicans. I'm just spreading out different teams because our picks aren't going to be worth shit. So that's the best assets that I can find. Hopefully it's going to be a lot more like, you know, C pluses, B minuses and stuff, because the last few drafts have been weak. This guy looks like a stud, but I mean, Tony Parker, but B all around, I don't know. It's hard to tell, but we'll just send it through. So it's early March. We've already hit 50 wins, so we may even get 60 wins this season. Nothing but red besides that Pacers. Of course, we lose to the Pacers. Another chance here to beat them, though. We lose twice to the Pacers. They're going to be our kryptonite, but 62 wins is pretty good. LeBron gets MVP again. Stats are still dropping, but it might just because of that shooting guard. I may just get like a high overall shooting guard that can facilitate, lower shooting tendency, all that. Did he get Defensive Player of the Year? He did. So I think at this point he has more Defensive Player of the Years than MVPs. 6 MVPs, 7 Defensive Player of the Years. His accolades are insane. It's just he's 28 now and we haven't got to the finals. He did better in real life, but we did get Executive of the Year. LeBron first team. And then Leonard. How did Leonard do this year? 2-time All-Star, 95 overall. 29, 8, and 5. At least he's efficient. Like, he's shooting 50, 40, 90. Plus 12. I mean, it's hard to get rid of anybody over 95, especially a certified bucket like him. But I might have to trade him for a different shooting guard. So we ended first seed for the first time in the simulation. 60 plus wins. See if we can make it to the finals. 2-0, 3-0ing these guys. Should probably look at Miami's matchup wise, because if the matchup isn't looking tough, I'm gonna have to switch out. Moses Moody versus LeBron, that should be free eats. We win game 1 and game 2 and game 3. Oh man, we're sweeping to the conference finals. Up against Philly. 76ers have the better point guard, and they match up pretty well. Might have to shorten the rotation preemptively before it's too late. Let's go 8-man. all 80 overalls. Alright, so this is going to be a tough matchup. If we can get through them, we may very well make the finals. We lose game 1 and game 2. Okay, so we need to change something. Alright, so I made a 7-man rotation. The shooting guard here had a pretty bad 3-point shooting. It's like 35%. Hopefully that changes something. We need to make it through. We win game 3, or was it 1-2? Yeah, game 3 at their house. 1-3. We need to go on a run here. Come on, come on, come on. 2-4 in the conference finals. We couldn't make it all the way. I wouldn't be surprised. Wow, Clippers sweep them. Malachi Jordan. Wow. So we still haven't got to the finals. 2 years in a row, we at least made it to the conference finals, but man, that's tough. Really don't know what we can do. So our point guard is free agent. It's 31 mil restriction. All right, so this season looks like our young guys are still somewhat going up, +1. Point guard goes up 2. Kaysen only goes down 1, and I still got him 2 more years, so that's good. We got Mikey Williams as a backup point guard. And then our rookie 2 years ago, down 1. Rookie from a year ago stays the same. Team isn't super deep, but the thing is, I think I might trade this shooting guard for a different shooting guard if possible. I'm shocked I haven't made it to the finals yet. This team is so good too. Like a 4, practically 5, 90 overalls, a good 6th man, a good 7th man, and then a couple guys who push it to like 8 or 9 man rotation. I don't know how. Let's check out this draft. I know I got like at least 2 or 3 picks. Ooh. What was that? 3 Bs, 1 B plus, and a shitload of B minuses? Okay. So that means we can scoop up a lot of different things here. Damn, A plus. Shooting guard would be not bad. Get a rookie version of it. Let's see if I can make a downgrade. Okay, so 2040 for this year's pick, I believe. Yep, this year's pick. Kind of a downgrade. Stephon Castle's 30, but the good thing about that would be he doesn't shoot too much. We'll see if they'll make it happen. They want the center. Unprotected still. Center for a backup shooting guard. What do I have? 2 points and a shooting guard. Okay, so we can make that happen. We will need to get a center because, I mean, Dampier can play a shitload, but... So that counter offer actually is not awful. We get a backup shooting guard. Kaysen Wallace and him kind of might clash, but it's okay. We could potentially trade Kaysen Wallace for a backup center. I don't know. This guy's not amazing. I mean, he plays defense. It's cool, but for a potential top 10 pick, let's go with that. So I couldn't find a center. A backup center. I looked for way too long, but this is our 6th man. Our point guard and Mikey Williams swapped. Hopefully they swap back. 29 to 30 minutes, whatever. Kaysen Wallace, we got that backup shooting guard that we just traded for. Then Shannon Wagner, I guess if somebody gets hurt. I mean, 34 minutes and 35. Luckily, is Dampier and Solomon as our power forward and center. If somebody gets hurt, I guess we can run. This guy will come in for our 8-man. It's not ideal right now, but maybe I'll just skip to like, January, mid-January, right before trade deadline, and see if I can find something. Mikey Williams' stats are so odd. He was a bench warmer for 3 years, left the NBA for 6 years, and came back to be 86 overall, 4-year pro, but got drafted in 2026. I don't know, but he's almost 50, 40, 90. Confusing just looking at it, but he took our young point guard to his starting position who's 90 overall. I don't know. I mean, we're 19 and 10, so we're not awful, but not sure what the coach is thinking. So we'll probably look for the center, like I said. By now, more people will be tradable. We just need to find one that's like between 5 to 10 mil. Right about here, I think I can start trading for one. We'll see what we can find. Gotta just move on. I don't think we're going to get a center this year. Hopefully it doesn't kill us in the playoffs. Right now we've got a few people injured, but we're still playing pretty well. So we just re-signed some of our players there, LeBron and Dampier. So from there, we won't have to worry about that coming into this next offseason. We'll probably finish with mid 50 wins, which will be a win. Finish with 60 wins. Yeah, 60 wins in 22. LeBron gets another MVP. 2.5, 1.9. Probably Defensive Player of the Year again. He's getting so many MVPs and Defensive Player of the Years, but we just can't get him a championship. Finished Coach of the Year, but they take Executive. Joey Drew. Wow, he definitely increased his stats this year. Must be because he didn't have a backup center behind him. He had to play extra. So we got 3 first-round picks this season. We're doing the Thunder approach, loading up on picks. Hopefully we can still win a championship, but if we can't, you know, it is what it is. Next year I have more confidence. We did still sweep the 8th seed. Now we're up against Pacers, and they've been giving us work for the last few years. Let's see what the roster's looking like. And they're stacked too, but we beat them in the forward and center category. I remember that Cameron Spencer using the same draft as Dampier. Let's see if we can make it happen. If they win game 1, okay. We're lowering the rotation already. Alright, we're loaded up LeBron, Solomon, and Dampier. We don't really have good replacements, so we small ball once they're out. That might be one of our weak points. They win game 2 at our house, but we win 1 at theirs. Yeah, they're going to finish us off right here. And we can't get past Pacers. They still end up losing too. What? How good is this Brooklyn team? Joshua Brooks, what's your overall? 97. The league is so stacked right now. Wow. So I just traded Mikey Williams plus a couple first round picks for next year for the 6th pick. Was able to trade that 6th pick into the 1st pick. So we will for sure get this shooting guard that I'm looking at. And then from there, I'm hoping to either get this center or that center. Probably not that one, but we can hope. From there, like maybe a backup point guard. We'll see. We'll see what we can do. But at first, I'm going to get the shooting guard, B+ overall. So we'll start with Reggie Mack. He'll be our new upcoming center coming up. Then they took the 86 overall Rich Mack. What the hell? Is there 2 Macks? Trent BayArea. Okay, so that was the center I was looking at. So maybe I'll go with a point guard first and then center after. Isaiah Thomas. Definitely sounds like a good comp. JoJo White. Okay, we're going with this guy. Then afterwards we'll get the center. That covers a lot of the positions needed. David Robinson, Miles Turner. Okay, so yeah, he looks like a stud too. So we're walking out of this draft very happy. We gave up a lot of assets. We're able to keep Case and Wallace even though every trade wanted that. Rich Mack and Reggie Mack. They brothers. 6'9" shooting guard though. Whew. 84 overall. And then a 79 center. And an 80 point guard. Fucking solid. This draft is so solid. What the fuck? So yeah, bunch of studs, really, it's huge for us because we can end up getting a lot of depth for cheap for the next 4 or 5 years. Yeah, our team's finally going to have the rotation that it's needed. We've got the power forward. We just need a backup point. Team's looking solid. Got a bunch of depth to be able to trade if we have to. Like at this point, we're just accepting the tax cut. Team isn't progressing much anymore, but that's just because we got a bunch of young bucks in. We still got our big 3. Point guard's gone, but we ended up drafting a new one. So we got a good amount of youth coming in while sacrificing some of the past. We'll see if it works.